Welcome to Sports with Jersey Guys, where we sit around, drink beer, and talk about the best sports issues of the current day. This is a weekly show you're going to find on YouTube on this channel. I'm Mike Miller, and I'm joined by Dave Heselfeld and Mike McConville. And we're here to discuss some of the best topics of the current sports world. And our first one tonight is Peyton Manning. Guys, Peyton Manning's been all over the news. You can't turn on a sports channel without hearing about Peyton Manning.
It's hard to say. Of course, you know the four teams that are in running. You got Denver, you got Arizona, Miami, and now Tennessee. He's meeting with Tennessee right now. I think that's just a blowhole right there. Because
everyone wants to make that a happy-go-lucky story since he played with the Tennessee
Volunteers.
Vols. But
well, the thing of it is, the Tennessee Vols, they are in, what, Knoxville?
They're in Knoxville.
They
Which
play
is,
in
what,
Knoxville.
200 miles away
200
from
miles.
Nashville?
Exactly.
Where in
It's
Nashville, it's what, Vanderbilt?
Yes.
Which Vanderbilt
Look at
hates
the
the
big
Vols.
brain on this
Yeah.
guy.
You know?
Look, this guy's
And
this
like,
guy brought his
Vanderbilt
knowledge
hates
today.
the Vols, so
Yeah.
you know.
And he's going to be playing Vandy country. So
Yeah.
everyone wants to say he's
And then when you got
going there
Memphis the
'cause-
other way.
Yeah, he's going there because he played Tennessee when he was in college.
I would believe it better if Jay Cutler was going to the Titans.
Yeah,
Since he
because
was a Vandy
he
guy.
played in Vandy.
Yeah.
He played there. Peyton, yeah, he played in the state for college. But so you're going to tell me that if Eli becomes a free agent, he's going to go play for the Saints because he went to Ole Miss?
Yeah.
No?
I think
Where Drew
Brees
Brees.
was- I think Brees was something to say about that.
Yeah.
Unless he hasn't come to a contract yet with the Saints.
Yes, he did.
He did
No,
come from.
I
No,
think he did.
no.
he
No,
did.
They
I don't think
franchise tagged him. They tagged
well,
him.
that's just a matter of time.
No, he's pissed off
He's
about it.
pissed about
He's
it.
pissed.
He is?
Yeah.
Really?
He's thinking about holding out unless they give him a contract.
You have to pay Drew Brees the money.
You have to. The only
You
reason
have to pay Drew Brees.
he's reliving the days of the last days that he was in.
San Diego.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is the same thing.
But,
Charger-
but
the Char-
San Diego's not going to be stupid enough to let him go. That's the whole thing about
They were
You mean the
Saints.
New Orleans isn't going to be stupid enough to let him go.
True.
The Chargers did it. They got Rivers. They said, all right, we got Rivers. We're going to let you go. And look at what happened. Drew Brees has the record for most passing yards in the season.
Yeah,
He's taken the Saints to a Super Bowl.
But listen, you got to look at the Chargers' perspective on that. Do you really think that back then that Chargers could have predicted what Drew Brees
Well,
had
no,
done?
especially because he was coming off of
His shoulder
I believe-
surgery.
Yeah, it was a rotator cuff, right?
You know?
I think it was a
Something
little bit worse
like
than that, but it was in his shoulder.
I know he had a serious shoulder injury.
Yeah.
I do understand
They
why
thought it would
they
end his
made
career.
the decision.
Which is the one reason he didn't go to the Dolphins. The Dolphins didn't want him. They
Yeah.
thought he wouldn't have the throwing arm like, Chad Penny
Yeah.
or Pennington.
Which
And-
Pennington had the sorry throwing arm anyways. He didn't
Yeah.
have a long ball.
No,
But he is very accurate.
He was accurate, yes.
but he was comeback player of the year twice.
Yes.
Yeah, but,
which Is
okay, if he has to
a thing
come
in
back
its own.
twice,
Exactly.
you know.
Exactly. But
Hey, he still got that. He's got my respect, man.
wow, our first show, we're already off topic.
All right,
Where's Peyton going?
Peyton. Best move out of the top four teams would be Arizona.
Okay.
Really great receiver core with Fitzgerald over there. Could very stretch the field. Got a decent running game going. They got a good defense going. I think that would be his best out of the top four. Best team overall that he would probably go to would be the Texans.
I agree with that.
The,
Yeah,
the Texans have released a statement that they're not
No.
going for him because they have Matt Schaub.
Schaub. They're standing
Yeah.
behind Schaub. Okay,
But
but
Yeah.
of course Schaub's
That would-
coming off injury.
That would be his best fit.
That
is
would
going
be
to
his
Texas.
best fit.
if Peyton
if
were
he
to
wanted
go
to
to the
Super Bowl.
Texans, instant Super Bowl.
Yes.
Instant Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Andre Johnson, Arian Foster, great offensive line.
Ben Tate, you got the
Defense.
you got the duo at the running
Yeah,
back
You've
position.
got
Ben Tate.
You've got the defense.
Yeah,
I'm
well, you got
sure
Wade,
they're gonna make moves.
Wade Wilson, whatever it is.
Wade
Phillips.
There
the
we go.
defensive coordinator, who turned that team around
Yeah.
defensively. I mean, it were
And
maybe
look what they did with the backup quarterback.
it were maybe a backup, a third string,
Third string.
a third string because Liner went out too last year.
TJ Yates, yeah.
They were a Matt Schaub away
from the Super
from
Bowl.
going to the Super Bowl last year.
Which is
If
why
they
I
had
think
some offense to go with that defense.
if Matt can stay healthy, they will. I'm not going to say they're going to be favorites,
Oh, they're
but
definitely the
they're
favorites
going
to
to
win
be
that division.
Yeah.
They're going to
They're
be
definitely a favorite to win that division. As long as Matt's there and Andre Johnson can stay healthy, Arian Foster stays healthy.
As long as Peyton's not in that division, it doesn't matter who's the quarterback. The
They're
Texans
instant
is.
favorites.
They're the favorites of that division.
instant
I'm
favorites.
sorry, I'm a Jacksonville fan.
They
but
should. They're
Well.
going to win that division going away.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say going away. I think Tennessee is a decent team, and if they do get Peyton,
Well,
that's going to make
Well,
them
no, we're
instantly
saying
better.
if Peyton doesn't join that division.
All right, yeah. If
I don't think
Peyton doesn't join
that
the
division plays hard within the division.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, how many times have you seen Jacksonville, which has been a subpar team for many years,
beat
that
Indianapolis.
has put Colts to the test time and time again? You know, when Peyton was at his prime.
Mhm.
You know, it's just how it is.
Well, that's the way division games are.
Yeah.
When you play
You
a
play
team twice
twice
a
a year.
year.
Yeah.
You know, at least one of those games you're going to figure out their game plan.
Yeah.
Something.
Right.
Okay,
So-
but say he doesn't go to Arizona. I would have said Miami at first. Reason being, until I found out that, of course, Reggie Wayne renewed his contract
With the
Colts.
Colts.
with the Colts
It's a 3-year deal.
because both Peyton and Wayne both live in Miami. It wouldn't have been much of a commute for them. You know, it wouldn't be much commute for, Peyton right there. He lives right there. He has a condo in Miami.
Yeah.
Warm weather, doesn't have to worry about the cold. So climate-wise, if he thinks family-wise, and he thinks about maybe the cold weather and everything, Miami would be a very good fit.
See, but
Peyton Manning back to the Colts. Small Reggie Wayne.
oh come on, dude, are you serious?
All right, where's Peyton going?
Me, I want him to go to Arizona because I would love to see Arizona make another Super Bowl run. But honestly, I see him going to Denver because he has such a good rapport with John Elway, and Elway,
Not just Elway, Fox.
Elway
too.
and Fox just do not want Tim Tebow as their quarterback.
I don't see why you wouldn't want Tim Tebow. I'm sorry.
He
Tebow
can't-
fan.
Not to bash the guy, he can't throw the ball.
Can't throw.
He can't throw well.
He can't throw
He
consistently.
can't throw well enough to be a starting quarterback in the
No,
NFL.
I'm sorry. No, he can, but it's just not consistent.
He can when there's 5 minutes left in the game.
Look. Tim Tebow is a great football player. I will admit that. Tim Tebow is a great football player. He's a great leader. He's a great intangible guy. He single-handedly turned that Denver team around last year, and I'll give him credit
No,
for
I
that.
won't say single-handed.
But they ended the same way they started the season, 1-4. So you really can't say he did anything.
But he
did
did get
he
them
not-
to the playoffs.
Did he not win a playoff game?
He did win a playoff game in overtime.
Yeah.
With
Did he not make that throw?
he made the throw, but the wide receiver did the work.
True.
You
He
gotta
threw-
give him credit. The wide receiver did the work.
He
It
threw a
was
7-yard in route.
It
Tom
was
Brady
a short,
throws
easy
7-yard in
pass.
routes.
I could have
Peyton
threw
Manning
that
throws
ball.
7-yard
Let's
in
not
routes.
go that far, buddy.
Demarius
all-
Thomas did more work on that
Okay,
play.
Oh,
okay.
definitely.
What's the whole point about football? Is to win games.
You're right. Is to win games.
Doesn't matter how it is. If you can put wins on, whether it's 1 point or 50 points, a win is a win.
But he ended the season 1-4.
A lot of people end the season 1-4. You gotta understand, this was his first quote unquote full start.
Except for he didn't start the full season.
Yeah.
Well,
Kyle Orton did.
Close
Kyle
enough.
Orton did, but it was close enough.
it was more than he had started before.
Yeah.
You
In
know.
his rookie year. The thing with me is you can win a game completing 3 passes, but you cannot win a championship if you inconsistently throw the ball the way he does.
True.
Okay. I know we're getting on Tebow a lot, but you remember Roethlisberger his first few seasons?
Roethlisberger's
Roethlisberger
not
in
that
his
good.
Roethlisberger in his rookie year went 14-2.
Okay, yes.
Or no,
What was his completion rate?
No, excuse me. He went 15-1, and that one loss was the guy that started before him in game 1.
Yeah.
Okay, now
that's
what
He went
was
15-0.
okay? What was his completion rating though?
I think it was.
It wasn't
Off
that
And
good.
even in the
the-
playoffs.
off the top of
Roethlisberger's
my
still
head,
not that good
I
of a
think
passer.
it goes like 60%.
Roethlisberger's got something that Tebow has. he's tough to tackle.
Mhm.
That's what keeps him up
you-
and lets him find the open receiver.
It also gets him injured.
It does get him
True.
injured, but he's able to stay up on his feet on the field and find the open guy. Just like Tebow's able to scramble around to the outside and find the open guy, buying time.
But what
Neither of them are real pocket passers.
But what Roethlisberger has, what Tim Tebow doesn't, is accuracy throwing to the wide receivers further down the field than 10
right
yards.
I give Tebow time.
I don't think
He's-
he can.
I think he can.
I think
he can.
Tebow would be better suited as a tight end, a fullback, or a running back.
I said a running back when he first came in the league. A wildcat type running back, like a Ronnie Brown, a guy who can get the ball, run with it, and still be a threat passing the ball.
So then the comparison would be LaDainian Tomlinson. Because Ronnie Brown really didn't throw the ball.
LaDainian
was a good thrower
He was,
for being a
but
running back.
when the Wildcat first came in Miami, Ronnie Brown was the guy to run the Wildcat offense.
But
And
no one
he
has ever seen that offense. So you guys, no one knew how to game plan for it. Where has
just
the-
like last year
but
with
where-
Tim Tebow,
where
no
had
one
the-
saw that type of
Exactly.
offense.
So this year, if Tebow starts for Denver, if Peyton doesn't go there, everyone's gonna know what they're gonna do. They're gonna run the ball 50 times
exactly,
and
because
throw it
that's the only
5
thing
times.
he can do.
Exactly.
I
I think
mean,
we're agreeing here, but we're just arguing. for the sake of
Arguing with
arguing.
But look, I like Tim Tebow. I think he's a great guy. I think there's parts of his personality that I deem a little too in your face.
You talk about the God stuff.
Yes, I'm talking about the God stuff. I was trying to be politically correct. I think that has a lot of people scorned because he has that, oh, I'm holier than art thou thing going. And a lot
See,
of people
I
don't
don't
like
think he
that.
has that. I think it's just
No,
because of
see,
his personality and
see,
how he is.
I don't think he has that. I think he's one of the greatest human beings on the planet. But just the way that all the sports outlets
Yeah.
have portrayed him, it has turned so many people against him, including myself. But out of college, I listened to all reports. I watched all his senior year. He hasn't improved a bit from college.
No.
You have to tailor make a system around Tebow to make him succeed.
I agree
I
with
still
that.
think he can be. I think he can be competitive. I
No,
think,
I never
I
said he
did
couldn't
not
be
say he
competitive.
couldn't.
I think he could be a starter in the NFL.
I
as a
didn't
quarterback.
say he couldn't either. I just didn't say he couldn't be a championship starter. I can't see him leading a team to a Super Bowl.
I
I
don't.
just can't see it.
Okay,
Let's the 2 games against the one team that crushed him in both games, the
The
New
Patriots.
England Patriots. Where were they ranked in defense? Dead last.
yeah.
The Denver defense was supposed to be quote unquote pretty good. Tom Brady ripped them apart in
Oh yeah.
the playoff game
but
for
that's
5
all right,
touchdowns.
because it is Tom Brady. It is Tom Brady.
But he has that aging Deion Brand. He has Wes Welker that, oh my God, he was horrible in the playoffs. He has Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis.
Yeah, but he's Tom Brady. I mean,
Oh, yeah, he could throw a pass to a turd and score a
he's
touchdown.
like Peyton Manning. He can make guys better. I mean, back when they won their Super Bowls, they had no name receivers and running backs.
But back when they won their Super Bowls, they
had
they
defense.
they
dominated
did have a good
defense.
defense.
They had a defense.
They did, but they still scored points on offense.
and they cheated with Spygate.
I don't want to talk about that
Well,
because I'm an Eagles fan. We don't need to talk about that.
Well, that kind of leads into another thing with the stuff with the Saints.
Oh man,
that,
stuff with the Saints.
The bounty
The
hunting
whole-
stuff.
The bounty hunter
For-
stuff.
For those of you who don't know what that is, apparently the defensive coordinator of the New Orleans Saints, and I believe a few other defensive assistant coaches, were paying players, putting bounties on players from the other teams. $1,000 here, $15,000 I believe for a knockout. It was $1,000 for a card off.
See,
They're
but
paying that to the defensive players if they were able to accomplish the task during the game. And the NFL caught up to it, and now the Saints are facing heavy sanctions, and Williams is probably going to be suspended. I believe he's with the Rams now.
he is with the
He's
Rams, and
defense coordinator for the Rams, and then Sean Payton's
It's
probably going to get suspended.
possibly he will be gone the full season.
Wow.
Yes.
That is
Those are the rumors flying
unprecedented.
about that he'll be gone for the whole
That
season.
is an unprecedented suspension in the NFL. A full
Well,
season.
that's what you get.
Wow.
See, but I think Mike Golick put it best. It's not the. It's we're all flipping over the word bounty.
Yeah.
It's not. They weren't putting bounties on other like just certain players' heads. It was just players put money up. Say if you get a hard hit,
It wasn't
knock
just
it-
players.
You know,
It was the
I'm just saying
assistants.
players for in general. You know, because one
Players, coaches,
one or
whatever.
two coaches did it, so we can't put all the coaches in it. But you know, the teams across the NFL, they all did it.
Oh,
You
of
know,
course they
They're
did.
not going to come out and
The
say they
Saints
did
were
it.
just the ones that got caught.
Exactly.
Kind of
But-
like in baseball when you have people stealing signs.
Exactly.
Some teams just get caught. They all do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just whether you get caught or not. So, but
But I think Mike Golick put it best. We're all flipping out over the word bounty when it's just players putting money up. Say if you get a hard hit or knock a guy out, not a certain guy with a name, just X player. If he gets knocked out for a play, you get X money. If he gets knocked out for the game, you get X money.
There is a lot of things within the NFL that people don't know about. Now,
Right,
I know
definitely.
I used to play football, and there's a lot of things within football that are just, nobody really knows what goes on, and don't know what goes on in those guys' heads in the locker rooms and on the field. I played with a dude, and we ended up snapping the ball. They had to call an ambulance because the center's arm was broke, and I was like, "What'd you do?" I was like, made fun of my mom, so I broke his arm. You know,
Come
and
on.
it's just like that was our nose tackle. And this was a badass school that we were playing against, where they had to block the people out like maybe 50 yards away from the field,
wow.
fenced around.
Wow.
It was downtown Jacksonville, but it's the nature of the game too.
Yep.
And you got competitive people.
Well, that's another thing. They've talked about this on. They talked about it on Mike and Mike, where Golick said that Buddy Ryan used to put bounties on players from the opposing team.
Yeah.
But
It's now because the NFL is trying to conserve their image with everything with the concussions and all the safety and the kickoffs and all the safety changes they've made. They're trying to save their image, and they're trying to protect the players so they don't get sued again.
Honestly, I know it's going to go down a bad road, and a lot of people are going to hate me for saying this. They're trying to turn this game into soccer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
pretty
wouldn't go
much.
that far, but they're
But,
I mean,
they're trying to turn it into a type of touch football.
yeah.
They're trying to turn it
They
into
are.
touch football.
I mean, the way the receivers are right now, you can barely touch them.
Mm.
It's
You
worse
know?
with the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You have a target zone. It's from it's either the knees or the belt to the neck.
Yeah.
You can basically hit them in the chest.
And you
Don't
gotta hit 'em
don't
with
get me started with
shoulder.
that. I remember an Eagles game against the Giants. Colt McCoy not Colt McCoy.
Eli.
Trent Cole went and swatted the ball and caused a fumble out of Eli's hand.
No.
But he grazed the back of his head.
No, you're thinking of Peyton. It was against Colts. I was watching that game.
No, it was against Eli.
It was against Eli.
There was
Well,
one
he
was
did
the
it-
Eagles
well,
game
he
against
did it,
Eli.
He did it against the Colts too, where he hit him, literally grazed him,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
like that, and he
Yeah.
got a rough
It
and
was,
pass
it
penalty.
was nothing but pure, coincidental, and they called it a shot to the head.
Yep. Yeah,
I'm like,
you
come
know,
on, guys,
yeah,
use common sense.
I definitely
You're-
think you're thinking of the.
No, it was
Trent
definitely,
Cole against
a
Peyton
Giants
Manning.
game. It was definitely a Giants game because I remember it was against Eli because he had that goofy looking helmet.
I thought
I
it was
remember
the
it was
Giants
Eli.
game too, but
I'm pretty sure it was Eli. But still, whether it was Eli or Peyton, it still happened.
Yeah.
And it was still a clear fumble, and it was still a BS call.
But see, the only reason I think, like, not that you're wrong, because I'm pretty sure it's happened, but Eli just doesn't get those calls. It's only the top echelon of QBs that get those bullshit.
I think now
calls.
Eli's going to
yeah,
start
I
getting
mean, you're
those
saying
calls.
okay.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm
how
saying
far
now.
up echelon are you talking about?
Top 5. I'm talking Peyton,
Tom,
Brady.
Aaron, Drew.
The top echelon guys. That
Even
if
before
they go
this, you didn't
down.
think Eli was top?
No.
Really?
No, honestly, no.
I would have.
I thought he was in that next level.
See,
I thought he was the level right below it.
There were the top echelon guys, and there's the guys that are stepped down from those guys. You know, there's 1 through 5, and then there's 5 through.
Okay, who's 1 through 5?
Not in any specific order.
Top 5.
Peyton, Eli, Rodgers, Breeze, Brady.
Okay.
Tom Brady.
And
Okay.
then to me, I think the next 5, you gotta think.
I would have put
Ryan,
Eli right there.
Vic, Schaub,
Romo.
Eli would have been 6.
Romo.
Is he bored? He's bored. He's top 15.
He's probably number 10. It depends on who he's playing. Depends on who he's playing. If he feels like choking or not, and if they ask him to hold the ball.
Yeah.
For a field goal.
See, my next 5 would be Rivers,
I forgot about
Ryan.
Rivers.
Ryan. I would put Romo in the bottom 10. Cutler would be in the bottom 10.
No, not Cutler.
Did you
Not
see what he
Cutler
was
to me.
doing with the crappy receivers he had last year?
Yeah, but I just.
You got to understand
Not
the
Cutler.
system he was running. He was running Mike Mark's system.
Yeah, but still, I don't think he's that good.
Do you know how hard Mike Mark's system is to learn?
It's very hard.
You know, and Kurt Warner wasn't the Kurt Warner in
When March took over from
Yeah.
Emil.
and it took him a year or two to learn
To
that
pick it
system.
up.
Now they're gonna have Mike Mark's system with a healthy Jay Cutler. Now Brandon Marshall.
Did March stay?
Yeah.
He did
As
stay?
far as I know of,
Okay.
he's still there.
Okay, I thought he was going to leave.
No, he did leave.
Did he leave?
Because Mike
I
Tyson's
think he
now the
did leave.
offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I was
Mike
pretty sure he
Tice?
left.
Yeah, he was the offensive line coach, and they
Yeah, they
promoted him.
promoted him. I was going
Mike
to say,
Tice.
I know.
But
Not Mike Tyson.
Mike Tice.
it probably figured it was dumb enough for Cutler and
I thought Mike Tice was a
Hester to
defensive guy.
understand. No,
No, he was offensive.
offensive. He used to
Offensive
be
line.
offensive lineman.
He was offensive line. Okay.
So,
didn't
I mean-
think he was a defensive guy.
We'll see how that
Yeah.
goes.
Where's I at?
Oh yeah, that's right. We're talking about Peyton Manning.
Peyton
Oh
Manning.
my
That's
god.
right. That's
Okay,
right.
now you said Peyton Manning is going to.
I want him to go to the Cardinals, but he is gonna go to Denver.
You sure he's going to go to Denver?
I am.
Sorry, we're
I
talking about
am
Tebow.
90% sure he's going
Now,
to
do you
Denver.
think it's going to be before the the free agency started already yet?
Yeah,
Yes.
it started last night.
So when do you think time frame is going to be for that?
Honestly, I think it's gonna be the next few days.
Next few
It'll-
days
Probably be before Monday.
before Monday.
And then after he
Yeah.
signs with whatever team he signs with, 'cause I can't say what he's going to sign with, he will probably bring the couple guys. Maybe
He'll probably bring
he'll
Clark
bring Dallas Clark with him if
and
the
probably
team.
a die.
I'm not sure about Joseph Adai. 'Cause
I think he will. I think a die will come with him. I can't really
Depending
see
on
Saturday
where
coming
he
with him.
goes.
Jeff Saturday didn't get released.
He did.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
He's a free agent.
Eagles need to go pay him.
Well,
We might have with
they cut Jamal Jackson. But who cares? Who cares?
no,
So-
not who was the guard?
Watkins.
No, the other guard. Playing the other end.
Well,
We had Kelsey as the
I know-
center.
yeah.
Harriman's and Peters were the tackles.
Yep.
Watkins,
Justice.
New.
They traded Justice
Yeah, they traded him for like a 6th round pick.
to the Colts for no. Yeah.
It was for a pick.
It was a 6th-round pick. So he got the first pick of the 6th round, which is
Yeah.
all right. I mean, at least
I
he
want to
did
look at
something
my
out.
phone to figure out to see its name because he went to go. he went to the.
Mathis. Evan Mathis. Is that who you're
It's
talking
Evan
about?
something. I
I'm
think
pretty sure
it's-
it's Evan Mathis.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's still there.
Move Jason Kelsey over, and then put Jeff Saturday in center. We have a pretty badass line.
Yeah, but that is if Kelsey can play guard. You don't know. I mean, these offensive linemen are such creatures of habit.
come on, we put Peters on both sides. We put Harriman's on both sides.
Yeah, and you saw how
Harriman's
crappy
can play-
that worked out.
Harriman's can play any spot he wants.
Well, that's because Harriman's
Except for center.
is
He's a beast.
a rule to the exception.
You mean the exception that
The
proves the
exception
rule?
to the rule.
Too many beers.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like half of one?
All right, so where's that leave Tebow then? If
Jacksonville.
if Peyton
Jacksonville.
goes
Jacksonville.
there, you think Jacksonville? Why?
Because
Why
the
you guys think
mustache dude was like, we want Tim Tebow.
Con.
That's
Con.
him.
Yeah.
I remember he had a big ass mustache.
Yeah, it's Con. I'm a big, huge
I
Jacksonville
mean,
fan.
even before Khan bought the Jags, he told the old owner, draft Tim Tebow. They got
Tim
They got
Tebow's a
crappy
Gator.
King Gabbard.
Tim Tebow's a Gator. He's a Florida guy.
Tebow will go to Jacksonville, I think. Even though they did sign Chad Henne, I still think
I think
that
it's more insurance.
yeah, I think that was an insurance. But I think Tebow will go. He's a Florida guy. Not only that, he will revitalize that team so bad. There have been so many talks of that team being shipped off.
See, but if Tebow does go to Jacksonville, I feel so bad for Maurice Jones-Drew.
Why you say that? Because he's not going to get any carries?
No, so he is a little tough-built bulldozer that is going to, halfway through the season, he's going to be running on empty.
That's true.
I mean, he had
He's gonna be-
Blaine
gonna be
Gabbert
blocking.
playing quarterback this year, and he led the league in rushing.
And now he's going to have Tebow.
He's going to be running on empty halfway through the season with Tebow handing him the ball 50 times a game. All right, 45.
And most of it's just going to be Tim Tebow dumping it off to him because he can't find anybody else.
It's like, oh, I can't find anybody open here. Oh, look, you're open. Here you go.
I believe Tebow's going to shock people this year. He is going to shock people this year. He's not going to be up there, but he's going to show signs. He's going to be
Tebow's
respected.
a gadget.
He's going to be respected.
That's the way I see Tim Tebow. I see him
Tebow-
as being a gadget.
Tebow's the Wildcat.
He
He is
Tim
something.
Tebow is the perfect embodiment of a Wildcat
I
quarterback.
will agree on that.
He is. He's
But I
perfect for a
know he
Wildcat.
is working hard and everything to be that quarterback.
Oh yeah, he's definitely working hard to try to be a pocket passer. That's not what he does. That's
Tebow's
not
not
what
going to
he,
be a pocket passer.
No.
But what he's doing right now, training out in, I think he's training at UCLA with their coaching staff. He is trying to be that pocket passer, or he's trying to be a better pocket passer. But it just
He
ain't gonna
just needs to
happen.
be able to read the defenses better.
Which,
You know, if he can start reading those defenses better.
honestly, if you gave me an option, Tim Tebow or Jamarcus Russell,
No,
No, don't-
I would take Tebow.
Do not even go there.
hands down,
I would take Tebow in a heartbeat over Russell. At least I know Tebow's going to work hard. At least,
No,
at least I know
goes-
Tebow's not going to show up to work drunk.
no, I'm kidding. No, if you gave me Tim Tebow and Jason Campbell,
I would take him.
I would take Jason Campbell hands down.
Yeah.
I mean, look what he was doing with the look,
Okay.
look what he was doing with the Raiders before he broke his collarbone, which is weird. There's a lot of those going around these days.
Well. The thing with Tebow is you have a huge risk, but there's a high reward to Tebow.
Hmm.
You know, you take a huge risk because you never know, is he going to fumble the ball? Is he going to throw an interception? But there's a huge reward because
You know who else you take a huge risk with?
can.
Michael Vick.
He is.
He
Now,
knows-
granted, Michael Vick's a totally different breed because that boy can run like
He
the
can-
wind, and he's a little better thrower.
He can also throw the ball.
He's a
That's
little
true.
better
That's
thrower,
he does have a better arm.
but I mean, you do get high risk, high reward with Michael Vick.
We do
The same
need
with
to,
Tebow.
we do need to find a backup
You know?
since we let Vince go.
Trent
Yeah.
Edwards. They
Oh
came
yeah,
to the deal.
I totally
Yeah.
forgot about
They had
Trent.
Trent Edwards, and then they got
Honestly,
Kafka. Yeah, I like Trent Edwards. I don't even want to talk about the Eagles because who knows with the Eagles anymore?
my God, I have
Who
no
knows?
idea.
Who knows?
All right,
We'll
enough
read-
about
we'll-
Tebow
yeah,
and
so-
We'll read on the news tomorrow about the Eagles. Oh, they signed Dallas Clark.
I'd be alright with that. Dallas Clark and Brent Selleck,
That'd be badass
I'd be
combination.
happy with that.
do a
You
two
know
tight
there'd
end
be
set.
some awesome blocking. Do a 2 tight end set, the 2 wide receivers.
Mike Vick would be getting hit a
one
whole lot
running back in
less.
the back.
He would
I'd
be,
be happy with that.
you know. And then with that the 2 tight end set, usually those are short passes and
Mhm.
stuff. And then out of that set, you just send Deshaun Jackson flying. Do
Yep.
I don't even
do
want
a
to get
play
into that
action.
topic about that guy.
We'll get into that one in our next segment. So, you think he's going to Arizona?
I think Peyton. I would like for him to go to Arizona, but as for you, I think he's going to go to Denver.
So you guys both think he's going to Denver?
Yeah. See, but also
Tough.
I also have this feeling in my gut, which is big, so it's a big feeling. I think there's a team out there
I was just about to
that
say that.
we
But who?
do.
Who?
That's the point. We don't know. They're keeping it low,
Okay,
flying
what
under the
team
radar.
would be that is in need of a quarterback?
San Francisco.
Do you really think they would do it?
Look where they got to with Alex Smith.
San Francisco would be a great pick. I agree with you there. I really think
Dominant
Especially with Randy.
defense. Randy Moss.
Frank Gore in the backfield. Nice offensive line.
Vernon Davis.
Hopefully he can make Crabtree better. Vernon Davis. If they re-sign Ted Ginn Jr.
Ted Ginn's more of a
he's a
special
returner.
teams.
Yeah.
He's special.
Well, he's still a quality guy.
But he still has
They're
good
gonna have on the
speed.
team.
So, Peyton can stretch the field with him.
Yeah.
And Peyton could get him the ball.
Which also get that with Randy. Yeah. Field stretching.
But still, if you got 2 people that can stretch the field, you keep one in short, you don't know which one's going to shoot out.
Or you
You
can
know?
throw them both out there and then.
Throw 'em- yeah,
oh, look,
just
Vernon
jump on
Davis is open.
Or throw them both
No.
out running the same stretch route, just throw it up there. One of them's bound to catch it.
Catch it.
Or
Now you say San Francisco. I still think the Jets are in it.
with Sanchez?
I
No.
know they gave Sanchez the extension. I know they
Dude,
did.
they came out and said we're not going after
That doesn't
Peyton.
matter. That doesn't matter.
Not with the
I
extension.
could put a piece of crap in a box and call it a
Okay,
freaking
Okay,
filter.
now
That doesn't mean
tell
it's
me this.
true.
If the
filter?
Jets do get him, some off chance, what does that leave with Sanchez?
Oh, trade bait.
With the
That's
extended
why-
contract? Hell
Did
no.
they- would be-
Exactly. But that's why. So they can say, look, you can get this guy. He'll be locked up for 3 years. We'll pay the signing bonus.
No, an
You
extension.
take him-
They added on to his contract. He has a 5-year
Yeah, it's
contract.
Yeah,
I think it's 5 years now.
yeah.
But do you
You
think
can say,
anybody is going to
Is
get him
anyone
for
going to
five-
want that hunk of junk called Mark
for
Sanchez?
for 5 years? Granted, he's okay. He's a solid quarterback
Eh.
at times. Okay, he's a solid, but he's won
He's
some
in that
games.
Tim Tebow league.
No,
The Jets have the cap salary where they can
No, they
keep
don't.
him. Yes, they do.
Not anymore. Not with the. He went from, if I remember correctly, he went from making $9 million. I think he's now up to 13 a year. If they put Peyton onto that, they have no cap room for anybody.
Well, they have enough to still get Peyton and hold Sanchez for a couple weeks into the season and trade him out to a team that gets an injury. I'm not
but
saying
even if they
I'm
do
not
that-
saying the Jets are going to
But
be where Peyton
they'll still
goes.
be responsible for part of Mark's
Yeah.
salary.
I'm,
We'll still have
I'm
to
not
pay.
saying that the Jets are where he's going to go, but I'm saying I don't think that they are completely out of it yet. Just because of the Sanchez extension, I don't think they're completely out of it yet. I think they're still trying to work something out to get him. Because they know they cannot win a championship with Sanchez. They know they can't do it.
You know
And
another
that team is built to win now.
Are you sure?
They've been they were 2 straight AFC championships.
On their defense.
It doesn't matter. They locked up Santonio Holmes for what, 5 years?
But he and Mark Sanchez are
They don't get along.
oil and water.
Exactly. So why would you lock up both of them? If either you don't think you can make a move, or B, you don't think you can make it work.
Honestly, I blame that locker room on Rex Ryan.
Yes.
The way that locker room is, how it's constructed,
Yeah.
and how the players are acting.
Now
It's-
that's another thing.
It's Bart Scott and Rex Ryan.
Well,
Bart
Bart
Scott
Scott's
did
on his
this-
way out.
He did the same crap
They did in
in
Baltimore.
with the Ravens, and the Ravens said, "Get the out."
Well, that's why he's on his way out himself.
Which I wouldn't
But,
mind.
that
Come on, be a linebacker for the Eagles.
I wouldn't mind it.
Come
We got
on.
enough locker room issues.
but now you know about that locker room mentality.
Yeah,
you,
but
think
Andy
Peyton,
Reid would bitch slap Bart Scott and say, "Shut the hell up."
you think Peyton would want to go into a situation like that?
No.
I think Peyton wants to do what's going to give him the best chance to win.
Okay.
So I'm not saying he's going to the Jets. I'm saying the Jets are that team that are probably mysteriously in it.
Okay,
Because
but
with the biggest free agents over the last few years in all of sports, there's always been that mysterious team. No one thought Albert Pujols was going to the Angels.
I did.
Nobody did,
I did.
except for this guy. Nobody did. Everyone said, "Oh, he's going to the Cubs or he's going to the Marlins." Nobody thought Cliff Lee was going to the Phillies when he was a free agent. Shut up.
Come on, he was there. He was in Philly and then went somewhere else and then went back.
It doesn't matter. None of
Are
the
you-
experts,
Aren't you?
none of
Because
the
the experts are retarded.
none of the experts with their sources had him going there. They had him staying in Texas or going to the Yankees. No one had Namdi
You-
going to Philly last year.
Well,
They had him going to the
Yeah,
Jets. They had him going to Dallas. All I'm saying is that these big free agents, just because these sources say they're going somewhere or they're likely to go there, does not mean
you
that's
see
it.
this? You see that?
Yeah,
They should put right under it, New Yankees.
that's fine because that's what we are.
Minus championships.
Shut the hell up. So I don't think the Jets are out of it. I think he's going to Denver. I just
The Jets are in it
I think
like the
that's his-
Patriots are in it.
No, the Jets are still in it. They're that team that's in the background, still trying to make something happen.
Here's the question: would you trade Brady for Peyton?
No.
Oh
No.
no.
We're not touching that
We're
subject.
not getting in the whole Peyton Tom Brady
Holy
debate.
crap.
That we're already up 38 minutes. That'll be another 2 hours that we can debate Peyton or Tom Brady.
Jesus Christ.
If
You know what the best argument would be? Who's the best defensive end? Lawrence Taylor, Reggie White.
we're not going into that one either. We'll have to do a special episode on who's better at certain positions.
Yeah.
Reggie White. Reggie White.
But I'm with you guys. I think he's going to go to Denver. I'd like to see him go to Arizona because it's in a dome. I would love to see him and Larry Fitz.
Yeah.
The
that
only
would be
thing I'm
nice.
worried about, and this might be the reason why he doesn't go to Denver, is the weather.
Yeah.
It's the
True.
weather. That cold weather. He's
And-
so
and
used
the
to
whole
playing in
air.
a dome.
But
Oh,
you,
right.
but you also, it's only 8 games. You play a game. You play 1, 2, depending on what the
All the other games in the
outer
division are
conference?
outdoors. All their games in their division are outdoors.
yeah. But
So
normally
it's another 4 games. So
it's
there's
hot
12
in-
games outdoors.
it's hot in Kansas City in the beginning of the
Well, it's
season.
not just about the temperature.
not
It's about the wind.
Oakland, San Diego,
Okay. Now the thing of it
It's
is,
just 12 games.
whatever his out of conference is.
say he goes to Denver, and they make it to the playoffs as a 1 or 2 seed. He got a home game
At Mile High.
at Mile High.
See, but I don't think whatever team he goes to, if they make the playoffs, they're not going to be a 1 or 2 seed. I think that
they could.
no, I didn't say they wouldn't. I don't think they. No, I don't think they. God damn it! Stop confusing me. They could be. I just don't think they will be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think the AFC, the top seed, Baltimore. Then the Patriots.
You might want to throw the Texans in there in your consideration for 1 or 2 seed.
Well, those are the top 3.
All
And then
right.
Steelers for wherever Peyton goes if he goes to the AFC, and then some other random goddamn team that no one cares about.
Probably the Bengals or maybe the Jets if they get their crap straightened out.
Chiefs.
It's in San Diego.
Chiefs, good team. Good team. Another team that I think could still possibly end the Manning.
Though that team is under the radar. Adding Peyton Hillis today, I think that team has sneaky suspicion they might go get him.
But
Nice.
only 1 year deal.
For Peyton Hillis.
Peyton
1
Hillis.
year. Yeah.
Jamal Charles, fast, speedy guy. Peyton Hillis, bruising, power back, will run you the fuck over without thinking twice.
That's true. He would, as long as he stays healthy.
True.
So, Denver. You want to see him go to Arizona.
I would love
You
to
want to
see-
see him go to Arizona. So we all pretty much agree
Yeah,
that we want to see him in Arizona, but he's going to the
Denver.
Broncos.
Yes.
We think he is.
I can't believe it took us 41 minutes to come to an agreement on that.
But we did.
But it
Also,
was a
there's a little bit in there that I want to see Kevin Cobb just get the knife
I
stabbed
like
in. I was like, get the hell out of here,
It-
you piece of garbage.
if Peyton goes to Arizona, then Kevin Cobb's just getting another screw job. And I don't
he's not
blame
good.
Arizona. What have we seen to know he's not that good?
John Skelton played better than him.
He was hurt all last year.
Not all of last year. He played the first couple games, and he played pretty crappily. When they put in John Skelton, who played better?
Okay,
Because
okay,
the
okay.
team turned around
You got to remember, they didn't have enough time to really get
in the offseason.
the off season. So first couple games.
A lot of the teams that were new, you look at the teams that excelled last year, were teams that were together for a while.
Yeah.
The Packers, the Patriots, the Saints, the Steelers, the Texans were around for a while. That team
They
was a
didn't
good
have time.
nucleus.
Yeah, you didn't have time to melt. You couldn't even get their
all
playbook
these
until.
these young
Niners.
new teams. The Niners were together for a while.
Head
Granted,
coach,
a head coach change,
which
but
means
maybe
new playbook.
Yeah. Okay, I will agree with you there.
yeah, I'll
Yeah,
agree with you on the
with
Niners.
the Niners, but Jim Harbaugh is a different breed of coach.
He is.
I think that was more of a philosophical and environmental change than just learning the playbook. I think there was a lot of issues with learning the plays and whatnot, but I think that it was such an environmental change that it
I think what happened is
encompassed
All right.
that.
instead of
Then
learning,
on that, with Arizona, you saying that, how do you explain Cincinnati being as good as they were?
Well, it's the same head coach, the same team, just a new
Rookie quarterback, rookie wide receiver. AJ Green came out of, if I remember correctly, Georgia, and
yes,
ginger guy. I
Um,
forgot his name. He came out. I know he came out of TCU. God, what is
What's-
what is his name?
Andy Dalton.
There you
Dalton,
go.
there
Andy
you go.
That's
Dalton.
right. That's right.
We'll cut that
Andy
little part out.
Andy Dalton.
You know,
Oh.
well, actually,
There's an
we'll leave that
exception.
in
to
because
Leave
that's
that
funny.
There's an exception to every rule. I mean,
Yeah.
but you look at some of the biggest teams last year that made the biggest splashes, like the Eagles
All right,
struggled.
but then again,
the
there's
Buccaneers struggled. They were a young team.
they were 10-6 the year before.
Yeah.
But
They struggled.
Honestly, I think they tanked this year on purpose
What?
you think
to
so?
get Raheem Morris kicked out the door.
I don't think so.
Also, to get a
They
high
were
draft,
behind
I
Raheem.
believe they were trying to get a high draft pick.
I think they might have went all Indianapolis Colts, and when they realized it wasn't going to happen, that's when they started
Exactly.
tanking.
Yeah.
But
I mean, how do you
don't think
explain
they
them
set
losing
out to end
10
the
straight?
season just tanking.
How do you explain Josh Freeman flipping the switch and sucking that bad?
The team was bad.
Yeah, he had the same team as the year before.
There's 54 guys on that roster.
Yeah,
One
but-
guy's not going to carry that team.
Nah, one guy doesn't carry a team. Your offensive lineman sucks. They don't block well.
But-
what's your quarterback to do? He doesn't
They
have
had-
that. He doesn't have that one or that half second, that full second that he normally did last year to make a play. That half second is a lot. It is a lot to a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you give him a full second, that's like a year. You know, they could
Yeah.
read a lot better.
All it takes is one bad free agent move or one bad draft position
Speaking of
to
the
change your
Bucks,
team.
what about their free agent moves the past few days?
We'll actually talk about in the next segment. We're going to take a little break, and then we're going to come back to the next segment here on Sports with the Jersey Guys.